In today's video, I'm taking the LEGO police station and shrinking it down to fit in my small scale city for my small apartment in San Francisco. The basic strategy is to take pre-existing 32 by 32 sets and shrink them down to 16 by 16. I'm starting off with LEGO's already popular modular line. I've actually done a couple videos explaining more detail with the Daily Bugle and the Corner Garage, and I'll have both of those linked down below. Now let's get into the LEGO police station. The goal of today is to identify what are the key elements that make the LEGO police station identifiable and recognizable, with color, with shape, with size. Anyway, let's get into how we turned this into that. The facade is comprised of three main parts. The center 16 wide, and then the two side parts are 8 wide each. So if we shrink this down, that means the side ones will be 4 wide and the center will be 8. Even though it appears like there are 3 separate buildings, LEGO didn't design it like that. However, in my scaled down version, I'd like to separate out the donut shop. As you can tell, there are a lot of challenges that came with shrinking this down and sacrifices that I had to make in terms of keeping the original design intent. These are some pretty strict parameters that I've applied to my 16 by 16 footprint. Not only does my facade need to appear as though 3 separate buildings are there, one being 8 wide, the other 2 4, but there's also this little newsstand that exists and that needs to be addressed. Let's get a better idea of what this looks like in plan. The donut shop is independent, however the police station is actually this L-shaped building, and so therefore our 3 buildings are the donut shop, the police station, and then the little newsstand next door. I do want to take a short moment and mention my sticker shop. Thank you for this comment for encouraging me to do that, but if you like any of the graphics featured in this video, you can get them as stickers at www.theplasticarchitect.com. I attached the side donut shop using some black Technic pins, and then I kept the typical feature of all the floors on all the buildings able to come apart using jumper plates and tiles. The police station is pretty unique in terms of its color palette. It's got some neutral tones with the tans and the light yellows, but then it also has some bright pops of purple and green. And to keep it akin to the same design, in my small version, I kept all of those colors in the same exact proportions. Now let's go floor to floor and see what features I kept from the original design over to the new shrunken version. Working from top to bottom, the roof is actually very simple. I kept the antenna and the Minecraft wolf pieces that are so identifiable on the front facade. Now, getting down to the 3rd floor, unfortunately I wasn't able to keep all the elements that I wanted to. I did keep the general sense of an office, but not the reference to the brick bank building. Now you can see as I take off the roof here, I actually took suggestions from the comments and decided not to incorporate stairs so I could have more elements from the original design and more furniture pieces. This is also a good shot where you can see all of the detail work on the exterior that I did. The 2nd floor has an apartment above the donut shop and then more office space above the police station that's also part of the police station. Here I think the detectives are, and a little photo studio. I tried to keep a lot of those original elements like the typewriter, the lamp, the plant, and the board on the wall. The photo studio was a little bit more complicated. Very similar facade on the 2nd floor as there is on the 3rd floor. The 1st floor is the donut shop, the main entrance into the police station with a small desk, and the jail cell. Now, the jail cell has a play feature where it can lift up the bench, and underneath there's a little hole where the prisoner has been digging out an escape route. Now, I was actually able to keep that same play feature with the toilet and the spoon that's stuck underneath there. It's a little hard to see, but it is on a hinge. I kept the water tank and the phone because I thought that was really neat. Here you can see how truly tiny this newsstand is, and it doesn't fit a minifigure, unfortunately. The donut shop is so small I had trouble capturing it, and it's so narrow that you can still barely fit anyone in it. However, everything stacks together, it's still playable, it snaps together. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. After putting a few minifigures, I think the scale makes sense. It is a lot taller and skinnier than I was gonna imagine, and these cops and robbers are a little lost without a few other elements that I think we can add. You might remember from my previous videos that I've featured a 4 wide car in each of them. For this one, I actually created a little police car that's also 4 wide, and I took the main pieces from the LEGO Police Ice Cream Chase that's currently still on shelves. And you can really see how cute this little guy is in comparison to the Corner Garage's tow truck and then the little taxi that I did for the Daily Bugle as well. And now that I have 3 buildings complete, I can actually line them up and make a street, which means that my city is coming to life. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to stick along and see my journey to fill up my little city with more buildings and more modulars that we'd love to shrink down here. The next one that I'm thinking of doing is the Jazz Club, but let me know in the comments below what you think I should do next. Anyway, have a great one.